Thank you for tuning in to a new episode of a microdose diet. So it's almost the summer. I wanted to do something a bit funny, and I will tell you what is my top 5 trolls of 2023. So hang on. So my name is Peggy van der Plassche. I am a former banker and venture capitalist. But now I write and speak about the benefits of alternative medicines, such as microdosing psilocybin, for personal and professional growth. So I created the microdose diet, which is a 90-day plan for reaching your goals, success, happiness. You can follow me on Substack, LinkedIn, YouTube, Spotify, and all the great places. So, I don't really have a lot of people trolling me. I'm quite lucky in that way, or maybe I guess, I don't know, maybe it's not lucky. I don't know if it's lucky or not to be trolled. Anyway, I don't find it very fun, and I encountered several interesting comments in the last few months, and I thought I would share you my top 5. So number 5, I'm going to start with the lowest to the highest. So hold on. The first one is a classic, and it's the hope that I will get ass cancer and or die from ass cancer. That has been a recurring statement. It's not very imaginative, it's not very smart, I think, but I guess for today's trolls, wishing someone to get ass cancer is like the 2023 cursing. So it's interesting because I still have to make the connection between my ass getting cancer, talking about microdosing psilocybin, and writing about achieving one's potential. So maybe these trolls are projecting that if they microdose psychedelics, they will get ass cancer, which would be a great achievement for them. I don't know, or maybe they microdose via suppository. If you have a clue, you are welcome to reach out to me, because I'm very curious about why ass cancer is such something that seems to be an interesting curse these days. So the number 4, there is a little twist on a classic here. So this lady, and yes, she's the only lady who have trolled me so far, and you know me, I'm all about gender equality, so good job. So she came with an interesting twist on the classic ass cancer, which was throwing me into a volcano. Not any volcano, not a sleeping volcano. She was very detailed in her description. It had to be an erupting volcano. So again, I'm still trying to figure out the value of giving me ass cancer if at the end of the day you're throwing me into a volcano. She didn't explain if I was supposed to have suffered from the ass cancer for years, and just as I'm dying, she's throwing me in the volcano. I don't know. I assume it was a wish. Hopefully, she's not very good at visualization. In any case, I'm not going close to any volcano anytime soon. That was number 4. Number 3. So that is a very interesting prioritization for this troll. So this gentleman assessment was that I was the worst person in the entire world. Not in Toronto, not in Ontario, not in Canada, in the entire world. And for him, the worst people in the world are not war criminals, are not human traffickers, they're not pedophiles. No, it's me. I am the worst person in the entire world, daring to write and talk about alternative medicines, potential success, and happiness. So I assume this person must be leading a very shielded life if I am the worst person in the world. So number 3. Now, number 2. So there is, like something, I'm not really sure where it came from, but I thought it was interesting. I've never seen that before. This one was threatening me to sue me and take all my money away. And so I would live in a box. So he really went to great length to explain me how he would do it. So I have to assume he probably is a lawyer in his dreams, where he rules the world wearing a cape, a mask, and blue tights, calling himself the masked equalizer, fighting for justice by helping the poor souls that come across me and my kin. If only I had the wit to introduce him to my number 3, we could have had a long discussions on how they would retaliate towards me, the worst person in the world. So another one who I guess must be living a very lofty life to have so much resources to spend on me. But it's nothing compared to number 1. Number 1, if you're a follower of the Cannes Festival, really gets La Palme d'Or, the Palme d'Or. And it's not just because of what that person has written, and you can read the back and forth, it's on my LinkedIn anyway, if you're interested, if you have nothing better to do. But what's interesting in this one is that I actually know him. So it's one thing to be trolled by someone you don't know. It's something else to be trolled by someone you know. And I think it's not trolling at this point, it's probably more bullying, I assume. Not that I've ever was close with that dude. Is the son of my mother's best friend. Yeah, it's a bit random. But we did meet more than once. We even had dinner more than once as well. So I have no idea why this genius thought it was okay to insult me on my social media. But in a nutshell, for him, and I quote, I am a depressing cliche. And again, if you want to read more, you can check my LinkedIn. I have to say I'm still very puzzled by the level of anger one must feel to go to that length. Very sad. So there is a price that I want to give for another one. It's a jury prize. It's off competition. And it's something that I couldn't really pass on because it always makes me laugh, or rather smirk, I guess. And this is not a one-time occurrence. I received that complaint multiple times. And I don't know, I find it mind-blowing, but I will let you judge. So I post very often on my LinkedIn, comments on articles that are coming from publications I read, like Wall Street Journal or Financial Times. I quote and I give my take on whatever articles it might be. Visibly, based on these multiple people comments, I should refrain to comment or comment or refer to articles I find interesting on my social media because they don't have a subscription to these newspapers. So I'm still trying to understand where delusion stops and raging narcissism starts. I even had a mastermind explain me that all news should be accessible for free. When I asked him how independent and competent journalists would then be paid, he went silent. I think he never found that, well, actually people needed to pay their bills. Another thing that's interesting is just in the last months, the Wall Street Journal did a long expose on Epstein, and Financial Times did a long expose on Audi, and that triggered significant repercussion in the financial services industry. So for me, it was totally worth it. So still trying to understand, first daring to tell me that I should not post articles on my own social media because they don't have a subscription, but also why they don't think journalists should be paid and we shouldn't pay for getting information. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this best of. I'm pretty confident there will be more to come, so I'll be happy to share if anything interesting show up before the end of the year. I will be enjoying some time off too. I hope you're having a great summer, so I will just be on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and everywhere else every other week until Labor Day. So have a fabulous summer. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please, like the usual, subscribe, comment, like, because it helps people who are interested in what I do find me on social media. So thank you so much and have a fabulous summer. Bye-bye.